In this tutorial, we're going to be diving deeper into the text tools available in Photoshop. Here's an example I found of text being done poorly in an advertisement. We will look at what mistakes were made with the text and then take a crack at making a better version while diving deeper into the controls that Photoshop gives us over fonts. Before we start, I want to share that the events portrayed in this poster raised $15,000. That's absolutely fantastic. All right, let's talk about the problems with this advertisement. There are too many fonts. You don't want to have more than 2 or 3 fonts for an entire advertisement. Every font is saying to your viewer, this is something that's different. There are too many fonts here for our viewers to pay attention to, so it's overwhelming. There are also some very difficult to read fonts here. This script that was chosen up here would probably be alright, while a little bit hard to read if it weren't for the color choices put there. The font where it says Santa will be available is very difficult to read. And while someone familiar with English will be able to read it, if English isn't your first language, these letters, they don't look like a normal S or an A, so they will require additional effort to try and read. There are fonts in front of images which are also hurting our readability. Where it says Santa will, this will is very hard to read because some of those letters are starting to blend in to the bow. Down here, the local food and is starting to blend into the sleigh. I don't mind the text in front of this clip art. There is enough contrast between the letters and the clip art that they don't blend together. Also, the clip art isn't too busy and there's only a small overlap, so the readability is still pretty good. In contrast, over here, the decorations are blending into the text, making it hard to read. Too much text can be overwhelming. I'm not going to be able to get rid of it all, but I'm going to see what I can cut down on. Now, there are some good things about this advertisement. This advertisement makes use of color in a very effective way to grab attention. It also has all the information I need to know about the event. Now I'm going to try and remake this advertisement. I have a couple goals. The first goal is to demonstrate some of the ways that we can modify fonts to make them easier to read or grab the attention of our viewer. The second goal is to keep some of the same design language of this original advertisement. I've already prepared this document with some of the advertisement text in here, a couple images, including the same decorative balls, and instead of emphasizing the word Honey Boo Boo down here with a different font and different color, which is pretty hard to read, instead I put a picture of that child. I wasn't able to find all of the exact same clip art. I wasn't able to find this bow or this sleigh, so I've substituted in an alternative piece of clip art. The first thing we're going to talk about is changing size. I'm going to grab my text tool and open up the font menu. Mine's over here, but if you can't find it, you can go Window, Workspace, Reset Essentials, and that should return it to where it's over here. I'm going to start with this second annual Christmas drive and display. This is the title. When we look over at our font, we first see character, then we see paragraph. With character, we can change the overall size of the text. A bigger number means bigger text. If we make our number too big though, our text is going to disappear. You can see more of it by expanding the bounding box. There are more ways to change the size of our text than the font size number. It's kind of a blunt tool, meaning that it affects everything at once. What if I wanted to change the size between individual rows? Right now there's a lot of space between the word second annual and Christmas drive. I can adjust that spacing by selecting all my text and then coming over here. You can see there is A with a line below it, a little up and down arrow, and an A with a line below it. That's to help us remember that this is line spacing. I can either select some line spacing manually, or I can do my preferred click and drag on the logo. I can also change how wide is my text, and that's over here. I can have my letter spacing space out or come closer together. It's very easy to overdo this and make text that is difficult to read. Another place we can make some changes by clicking these 3 dots to expand the number of text options available. We can change how tall each individual letter is percentage-wise. Notice how the words are getting shorter, but the length of the words are not changing. I can also control how wide individual letters are. Notice they don't get taller. I'm going to move some of these background elements around and bring this up. I'm going to grab my text and try to use some of the same design language from the original in my remake. They used red and green as seasonal colors, so I will do the same. Instead of choosing the brightest red I can, I'm going to go for a little bit of a darker red. I think these muted colors will be easier to read than bright ones. I don't love how this is blending in with some of the decorations, so I'm going to adjust my font to try and help it fit better. What I'm doing now is adjusting a portion of my text. This means some text can be bigger than the rest of it. Then I'm going to adjust the spaces between the lines of text. Right now, the word display is kind of blending into this clip art, but I think I can make that work. I'm happy with the distance between Christmas and drive and display here, but second annual and Christmas up here is not great, so I'm going to just select those two lines and add a little bit of extra space there. And now I'm going to try and add a stroke around it. I'm hoping this will make it a little more legible. I'm going to go to Edit. Stroke is blocked out. The reason for this is the layer I'm on is an editable text object. Stroke looks for the outline of an object, and it doesn't work with text. I could convert my text into a normal layer, which I could then paint or draw on, but I would lose the ability to edit the text using the text tool. I'm going to show you a way that we can add stroke to text, and we don't have to worry about maybe going and editing in a little bit. If I come over and put my cursor over the text layer, I can right click and I can choose blending options. This is a menu we've not seen before, and there are so many cool things in here that are worth exploring. But right now, I want to do stroke. If I click stroke, I can turn it on or off with the checkbox, but if I click not on the checkbox but the line, I now get some options. I can change the color of my stroke. I'm going to go for something a little more muted. I can change the size of my stroke. I think it's a little more readable when it's a little less big. And I can say, there's some other options here that are cool to play around with. I can also decide how visible it is. Now that I've done that, if you look down here, you can see it says effects and stroke, and I can turn those on or off by clicking this eyeball. It also means that if I were to change any of my text, that stroke is still being applied. As we continue on, there's a couple things we should be thinking about as we're using text. The biggest text will most likely be the thing that is read first. Did you know the language you are born into affects the way you look at advertisements? If you were born into a language that reads left to right and top to bottom, you will look at the top of an advertisement first. You will also prioritize text or objects to the left over those to the right. Obviously, this can be overridden by a really eye-catching element, but good advertisers use this to their advantage. We can use this to sort of organize where we're putting the rest of this. Attention grabber is the second annual Christmas drive and display, so I made that really big. Another big draw is who's putting on this drive and display, and that is Honey Boo Boo and her family. This also gives us a bit of information about what is going on. It is to support local food and toy drive, so this should probably be our next biggest piece of text. I'm going to adjust the text box and the size of the text so it catches the attention after the text at the very top. I want this text to stand out, so I'm going to use some color to help me with that. As I already used red up here, I was thinking I might use some red down below behind this text. I've already done that on the layer here where I used the gradient tool to make a red gradient. I'm going to adjust the text. The black on red isn't very appealing to me, so I'm going to try white. Reusing color from one part of the image to another is an easy way to add some visual interest. By default, the text is set to left align. That means the text sticks to the left side of its box. Let's see how it looks with center alignment. I'm now going to go through the rest of the design and move the rest of the design elements around and adjust my text. I'm going to keep in mind the size, color, and position of my text so that I can maximize readability. While my design isn't groundbreaking in the world of graphic design, I believe it improves on the original in several key ways. Its text is more readable, there are less distracting elements, it still uses bright colors to grab attention, and it conveys most of the same information.